Hello there peeps, this is Pokota the SP Gamer once again, with a quick update on what's been happening the past while. Once again, the next Kirby Squeak Squad Perfect Run is taking some time to complete due to some issues with the world. Ice Island is actually proving to be rather difficult in more than a few ways. For one, there's a Gao Gao right at the beginning of the world, a difficult room with a squeak chase where the squeak in question actually prioritizes hunting you rather than the treasure chest, with the squeak in question being Doc, a fight against Boxy, and then there's the boss, Daroach. Simply put, he's not his dark variant, but he is proving to be troublesome. I've kind of figured out a strategy for dealing with him, but at the same time, even that isn't foolproof. Basically, my strategy is to remain in the center and use Kirby's Inhale more defensively than offensively. The reason I choose the center is because it acts as a blind spot for many of his triple star cane patterns that start from the air. Notice how I said many instead of all. So yeah, while I don't think it's as bad as Yatagane, there is still a huge randomness factor when it comes to trying to fight Daroach with no damage. If anyone can tell me any better strategies for dealing with Daroach, I'd love to hear them, especially if they work against his darker persona later in the game. Another reason it's been taking a while is because, honestly, I've started to become busy with other things. Of course, there's the impossible spell card blind run, but that's more of a side project. My plan there is to just jump in when I'm really struggling to get anything done, so I wouldn't say that's dividing my focus. There are a few other things that I'd say are actually taking my focus away, and those are planning for college, learning game design, and the release of the game that I backed on Kickstarter. More on that in a bit. For college, it's just that. I'm trying to find college. Admittedly, I feel like I haven't been managing my schedule and free time well over the past year since I graduated. Sure, I've done some work here and there, taking care of chores, etc., but I've noticed that I have a lot of free time and I'm not using it very wisely. I have serious trouble when it comes to managing my time, and Mom has said that I need to develop a sense of urgency for what I want to accomplish, and I totally agree with that, even if my actions say otherwise. I think going back to school after the year I had away should help in that regard. I want to try and take courses that pertain to my interest, being video game design, and I'm still learning what all that entails in terms of what classes I'm supposed to take and all of that. On the topic of video game design, I've recently been taking a few Unity tutorials as one of my friends suggested I try it out. Through the tutorials I've been following, I feel like I'm starting to better understand the coding aspect of game design, but I feel like I should try to use Game Maker again. I've tried to use it in the past, and some of my friends use it, so at the very least I can ask them for help when it comes to coding my game. I've come up with a huge concept for the game I want to make first, but of course learning coding is pretty important first before I'm able to do any of it. This is another thing that I think going to college will help me with. Not so much learning game design. Well, yeah, it will help with that, but more importantly, giving me less free time, so I'll have to push myself to prioritize game design and not let all of my time wander off in video game music land. As for the game that recently released that I backed on Kickstarter, that would be an indie title called Spark the Electric Jester, which takes cues from many games I like, such as Sonic and Kirby. Despite not having played Sonic before or after the sequel, his previous works that were well received, I was well and familiar with them, hence why I backed Spark. As of now, I've beaten the main two campaigns of the game, Spark's Story and Fark's Story, and I recorded them blind, so you can expect a blind run soon, just as soon as I finish Kirby Squeak Squad. And thus, we loop back. Now, I'm running into that issue again like with Kirby's Adventure, where I'm starting to lose drive to continue on with the series. Before anyone asks, don't worry, I'm not planning to give up or go on hiatus. I've gotten too far in the game to want to do that. I just need to get away from the project for a while, more than the impossible spell card blind run can provide. So here's my plan. I have the footage for the next Sonic game, that being Sonic 3, all recorded and ready to do co-commentary over with Pokota. While I was planning to do the project after I finished with Kirby Squeak Squad, I'm now thinking it'd be better if I went ahead and did the project now, since I'm not getting much done with the perfect running right now, so it can act as a true cooldown project. Then, when that's done, I'll continue with the rest of Kirby Squeak Squad, and then after that will be the Spark the Electric Jester blind run. We'll have to see how that plays out when college comes around, but that's the plan right now. So with that, thank you very much for watching, and look forward to more videos coming soon. Until then, bye-ya!